Should you fear the schizophrenic voices? That's kind of a good question. It depends on the voice. I know for me personally, there's my cat. Comes in hot right when I start a video. She wants to be on camera. Skylar. Well, you gotta say anything? Guess not. But back to what I was saying. I know for me personally, whenever I developed a really negative sense of schizophrenia, I just didn't want to listen to them at all, and I was looking for ways to mitigate them, essentially. And sometimes when you're out there, and you just got schizophrenia, sometimes it can be negative, but I'm going to tell you it gets better. There's certain voices that get better, and there's certain voices that get worse. It's kind of like the flip the coin where you got an angel on one side, a demon on the other. So, and the demon wants to just constantly nip at you, get you mad, get you yelling at them, get you just only think about them being like, these stupid ass fucking voices, blah, 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 blah. That's what it is for my case, actually. I got like an angel sitting here, like, Sean, just disregard them. Says that my schizophrenia, I know personally, it tries to sit around this, like, 6-sentence schizophrenia. Literally, they literally just want to say 6 different words constantly, over and over and over and over again, and know my brain about it constantly. And it's like when I'm looking at myself, like saying that in a video, and I'm watching myself, like, because I'm making this video and camera stuff. It sounds kind of insane, truthfully, because the schizophrenia is insane. It's a disease that has a little bit of consciousness that sometimes can go out of control. You can literally it can go out of control, and you need to stop it. You need to put a stop loss on it. Like, I know for me, I used to listen to them all the time when I first developed schizophrenia, because I didn't know better. I was like, I'm telepathic. I have to listen to these voices. Like, they're people. They're people, actually. So I gave them a lot of like influence and like listening time. I gave them a lot of like thought, essentially. And when I broke free from that, when I broke free from it, I stopped listening to them. I started actually like going on the attack when they'd speak up. I found a way to mitigate them, where I wouldn't they'd still register a little bit. But after that second, after I did something, they just, that voice would poof and would not come back. It would not come back. It will not come back. I've smited a lot of voices in my days over the past 4 years. I'm telling you, even with chronic schizophrenia, it is tough. It's like the toughest disease because it's all like a mental thing, and there's no escape from it. And it's one of those things where it's like it knows your deepest, darkest secret, and it will use that against you. And it will talk about it constantly, and they'll squire with each other, and they'll like get you to like they'll ask you to do things you normally wouldn't do. So that's kind of one thing about chronic schizophrenia is it's really like a mind and body sort of like stimulant. And I know my schizophrenia, for me personally, like, I used to have really bad anxiety. I mean, there were times where I couldn't sleep at night. This was like 2 or 3 years ago. They'd just like they'd say stuff like, "You can't sleep, you can't sleep, you can't sleep." I know it wasn't true, but hearing it, because how schizophrenia works, it's like someone's talking to you, literally talking to you. That's what the voice sounds like. It uses the same things we use for hearing. Our brain uses the same track of the way we hear stuff. Use the same track for schizophrenia too. So these artificial beliefs are popping up all the time, and it's like, how I got over the anxiety part though is I just went on the attack. I started meditating, and whenever a voice would speak up that I didn't like, I'd get rid of it as fast as possible. I wouldn't associate myself with it. I wouldn't associate any pain or pleasure listening to it. I started hanging with my friends more. I started talking to my friends about this. And it's one of those things like, your life is worth it. Your life is worth it. If you're just going through schizophrenia right now and you're struggling with it, trust me, there'll be a better day. You'll find a way to cope with it. Just don't listen. Don't let the voices control your life. They're not people. They're not real. They have a little bit of consciousness because they're tapping into your consciousness. And don't let them bug you. Don't let them bother you. Don't react to them. Become like a mime to them. That's what I'm trying to work on becoming, is like a mime. You know, you just ever see those mimes on the street that just don't say anything? Even if you go up to them and try to spook them, they don't say anything. They just trapped in a glass box. Act like you're in a glass box, and the schizophrenia is like anytime it comes up, it's a glass box that you can either react consciously and be like, get all frustrated about, or it's something you can be like, So I'm gonna encourage you to basically work on your mindset if you need help with this. I know schizophrenia is one of those diseases where it seems hopeless, man. Like, it seems hopeless. I'm telling you, there's times I thought this disease was hopeless. But, you know what? I found ways to get around it. Because when I'm talking like this, I don't hear. I can hear I'm kind of lingering. I'm still getting rid of that. Like, I can hear him kind of lingering. You know, when I turn off the video, they're going to start yapping to me. But like, oh, that video is great, or that video sucked, and stuff like that. And it's just one of those things where it's like, don't let the voices' opinions define you, okay? Because they're not true. If you have chronic schizophrenia where it's negative, that voice, it knows the truth, but it's gonna say the opposite most of the time. If it's one of the demons on your shoulder, one of the demons, you know. If it's one of the angels, they'll tell you the truth. They'll tell you the truth. And that's just my message for you today. So if you're going through schizophrenia, feel free to leave a comment below. Let me know what's going on. And I'll make some more videos for you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.